Thank you. Ranking Member Meeks.
Yes, Madam Undersecretary, you're right when you're the first witness here since this war. We're now at war in Iran. And in the past, the department has touted its close public diplomacy cooperation with the U.S. military entities like CITCOM. Yet there does not seem to have any real coordination at this time, even as we've been surging military assets into the region for weeks. And we also see that in the changing messages about our objectives and in the late evacuation advisories for U.S. citizens that have left so many American citizens stranded. My office is getting calls every day, Texas, from people who are stranded because there was no plan about them getting out. Now, if the administration can't get its message straight when speaking to Americans, I can only imagine it's worse overseas. So, did your Bureau engage in any advanced planning about how to manage the information environment and effects of this war on global public opinion?
Thank you, Congressman. So my Bureau is always engaged in advanced long-term planning on how to respond to crisis situations. We have really dedicated career professionals I've been very impressed by who maintain a round-the-clock crisis task force. We have a whole special dedicated facility for that Secretary Rubio toured and highlighted yesterday. I want to highlight that since February 28th, the department has facilitated the safe return of over 17,500 American citizens from the Middle East, and as of yesterday, including a single-day surge of 8,500 arrivals yesterday. Thousands more have successfully transitioned to safe havens in Europe or Asia, so they're not home, but they're somewhere safe. Public diplomacy means we try to communicate in an authentic, agile way.
How was that messaged?
Well, so our Bureau of Global Public Affairs and our Bureau of Consular Affairs have been coordinating closely. Consular Affairs, not my bureau, is principally responsible for those kinds of consular services. Here's how you get on a plane, here's how you get home. We've been working to amplify that.
Did you have that conversation before the bombs started dropping?
So the Undersecretary for Public Diplomacy is not part of the tactical, operational, or strategic planning for commencement
so there was no
military operations.
Direct planning.
But no, Congressman Meeks, respectfully, that's entirely wrong. There's constant direct planning going on. We are constantly bolstering our infrastructure for crisis communications and communications in closed societies like Iran, where the government doesn't want our message getting in. We are constantly bolstering our ability to communicate with global publics and the American public.
No,
I'm sorry, Congressman.
Don't try to filibuster me.
I'm going to answer because
I'm
speaking up for my dedicated career professionals and political professionals who have been working around the clock in this crisis. And you are not going to malign their work.
Stop trying to filibuster. Just answer the question.
Legislators that filibuster, not me.
Just answer the questions. Now tell us what was done in your secretariat to prepare for the war with Iran.
So as I've explained, and I'll try to answer again, I think we are constantly
Now, I want to know specifically about the war in Iran. I don't know what constantly means. It's specifically with preparation for the war in Iran. What did you do?
So specifically in Iran, I'm happy to give you very Iran-specific stuff. So we coordinate closely with US AGM, which beams and otherwise gets messages into Iran. And we also run a social media platform called US Aba Farsi that is one of the main sources, frankly, of outside information in Iran. And so preparing for any conflict or any crisis, these are key tools. Maintaining them is something my office did to prepare for this war, that we're doing to prepare for any crisis or any conflict in the future. Those are evergreen preparation measures, and I don't think they should
So you were working with Carrie Lake on that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, and you know that Carrie Lake, who's the de facto leader of the U.S. Agency for Global Media, has been working to dismantle the proven tools that we need to communicate to people of Iran and the broader East. She cut Voice of America's Persian service to almost zero, only to then scramble back to try to fix it by her mistake, by bringing staff back from administrative leave. She continues to hamstring radio fodder by refusing the use of US AGM medium wave transmissions into Iran, forcing radio fodder to find alternative platforms, wasting precious time and taxpayer money. We ought to be surging more on content so that the Iranian people know what's happening and where we stand with them. That has not been happening. And your bureau, working with Ms. Lake, seems to me that there is even a disconnect there. I'm out of time, but I just want to say that there are other things that we do need your commitment on with reference to carrying out the statute as you carry out your responsibilities, to work on programming that shall be non-political in character and shall be balanced and representative for the diversity of American political, social, and cultural life, and that academic and cultural programs maintain scholarly integrity and meet the highest standards of academic excellence or artistic achievement. You know, because this is what the law says, and the law also goes on to require you to ensure the department does not fund organizations engaging in partisan political activity in the United States. These two provisions are very important. In fact, the first one I read was written twice in the statute by Congress. It's that important. And I yield back.
Thank the ranking member for his comments about surging media. I hope you're as interested in surging ordinance that actually destroys and degrades the imminent and constant threat against the United States of America that has been Iran, that you denied was a threat for several hours yesterday.
I'm interested in getting some witnesses in here to testify.
You have one in front of you. You didn't want to let her speak.
Witkoff, Kirshner, individuals from the State Department.
You have an individual in front of you.
This is the first one.
Take
And I'm talking, this has been over a year.
Take the time to ask questions here.
Get Witkoff here, I will.
Well, write a letter to him. Maybe he'll write you
We
back.
have.
You guys can be pen pals.
We have.
I'm going to recognize Representative Self.